I'm going to answer a questions, and this questions is regarding about the caregiver or nannies here in Canada. Okay, another question is from Alvin Gayoma. Alvin asking if he is coming to Canada multiple entry visa. What are the possible questions upon enter to the port of your entry? Okay guys, so another questions from Aphrodite. I'm from Philippines and my boyfriend is a Canadian citizen in Calgary. Although fiancé visa is not allowed in Canada, it is not allowed in Canada. There's no fiancé visa in Canada. Are we allowed to get married in Canada or... Hey guys, good morning. Good morning in Canada. It feels like what today, Kuya?
Feels like -14 and it's actually -14, so it's similar to the actual temperature. That's what it said.
It feels like -14. It's still cold, eh?
Yeah, but
so I hope you guys go straight in school. But anyway guys, I am going to answer a questions today guys. Question and answer today. So you stay with me until the end of this video, okay?
Driving in a winter wonderland.
Driving in the winter wonderland.
Gone straight is a bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Driving in a winter wonderland.
Are you guys going straight? Oh, you go straight in guys. Oh, okay, perfect. Today is only -14 degrees. Only -14 degrees, okay? So anyway guys, how is everyone out there? My name is Buyucan. If you are new to my YouTube channel, I love to share about life reality in this country to all aspirant immigrants out there who wants to become a permanent resident in Canada. Not just only for aspirant immigrants, but I love to share about my life here in Calgary. So anyway guys, you stay with me, okay? So I'm going to answer a questions, and this is questions is regarding about the caregiver or nannies here in Canada. Okay, so this is a questions from Backyard TV. Hi Backyard TV. I don't know who are you. Where you're from. Okay guys, so this question is from Backyard TV. I would like to ask, is driving license requirements to nannies, care home child care pilot program in Canada? Okay, so it depends guys, okay? It's a case-to-case basis because some employers, they require nannies or caregivers know how to drive or at least have a driver license, okay? Because it depends on the family, because if this family wants to hire you, especially if this family have big kids like elementary grade children, and some of the employer love to enroll extra activities of their children, okay? So let's say after school their children finish their school like 3 p.m. then they enroll extra activities of their children like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Some employers, they want you to take their kids to their extra activities, okay? Most of the employer, they do that here in Canada because when I'm still a nanny, some of my friends, they do that to their children. Let's say they enroll their children to like swimming lesson, dancing lesson, piano lesson, or some martial arts school, or hockey, or you know. So yeah, some employers. But if this employer have a baby, then they don't need you to, you know, do some activities. Some employers also are working in the morning, like let's say if they are working in the morning 7 a.m. so you are the one who responsible to take their kids in school, drop them in the morning and pick them up in the afternoons, okay? So that's why some employers, they want to hire nannies who know how to drive. So it's a plus factor for you guys if you are outside Canada and you know how to drive, you know, and you want to apply here in Canada as a caregiver or a nannies, you know, some employers, they are looking for that. So if in case also, if you are going to take care elderly people, people with disabilities or dementia, mild dementia, or something like old age, something need assistance, okay? So if they're going to hire you in their home, most of the elderly people, they do some like extra activities too. They want to go play bingo. Don't worry too much if you are not driving. But if I were you, you have the chance learn in your country before you move to Canada. It's because it's easier for you to learn driving here in Canada, because you know you need to do your test here in Canada, road test anyway. You do the examination, okay, before you do the driving here in Canada. So it is a plus factor for you. If you are driving in your country and you come to Canada, it's easier for you, okay? At least you have the experience, the driving experience. And if you have your driver license in your country, you can bring it here in Canada, get your international driver license before you move to Canada. Then you can continue here in Canada for a certain months before you do the test here in Canada, okay? Before you get your driver license here in Canada. Otherwise, not all employers required for driver license, okay? But if I were you, as I said, if you have the chance, take the opportunity to learn driving lessons before you move to Canada, okay? Because in my own experience, when I came to Canada, I have a zero experience in driving. Anyway, another question is from Alvin Gayoma. Is multiple entry visa, okay? Paano kaya magiging question nila sa akin? So, Alvin asking if he is coming to Canada multiple entry visa. You are multiple entry visa here in Canada. What are the possible questions upon enter to the port of your entry? Okay, so based on my parents' experience, there are multiple entry visa. My mom told me they will ask you your return ticket. Okay, so prepare your return ticket. My mom told me they question her, what's the purpose why you are in Canada? What is your purpose of visiting Canada? Where do you stay? Who are the person who invited you here in Canada? Okay, so those are the things that possible they will ask questions from you. So you have to be prepared. Multiple entry visa validity of your stay here in Canada is 6 months. If you want to stay here longer in Canada for more than 6 months, before the 6 months, you need to do the extension, okay? Also, guys, this is one of the most important, okay? Don't forget, because they will ask, are you going to work here in Canada? And then, of course, you're not going to work. You're not allowed to work here in Canada because you're a visitor visa, okay? Visitor visa is not allowed to work here in Canada. But this is the chance for you. If you have the chance, you can look for an employer here in Canada. Then if you can find an employer who can give you an LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment, then by chance you can apply for a work permit visa here in Canada with the assistance of people who are expert doing this type of jobs, like immigration lawyer or immigration consultant, okay? So you always need an assistance. You need to always ask advice from people who doing all this job, okay? And the possible questions, they might ask you if you have enough money, how much money you bring here in Canada for your visit. They might ask you and you're going to show it to them. So be prepared for that. Whatever the amount of money, you write it down in your applications. You have to be very, very careful for that. You have to know that you have enough money, okay? Okay, guys, so another questions from Aphrodite. So the question is, hi, I just want to ask for any advice. I'm from Philippines and my boyfriend is a Canadian citizen in Calgary. Although fiancé visa is not allowed in Canada, it is not allowed in Canada. There's no fiancé visa in Canada. Are we allowed to get married in Canada, or we can just married in Philippines? Okay, so it all depends upon you guys. If you are in Canada visiting visa in Canada, visit your boyfriend or your girlfriend in Canada, you can get married here in Canada, because one of my neighborhood did that, okay? She came visit visa here in Canada and then they get married and now she is a permanent resident. So it all depends, guys. If immigration give you a visit visa here in Canada to visit your boyfriend or girlfriend or your fiance here in Canada, then you can get married here in Canada. Yes, you can do that, okay? But if I were you, applying a visit visa in Canada is not easy and you don't know if the immigration will approve you or not. Me, my own personal advice, you know what? Spousal sponsorship is one of the easiest to come here in Canada. So let your Canadian boyfriend here in Calgary to go home in Philippines and get married, and the girlfriend will sponsor you to come here in Canada. Spousal sponsorship, okay? So the problem is we don't know when the immigration approve your spousal sponsorship to come here in Canada, but then once your spouse sponsor you to come here while waiting your visa to come here in Canada, you can apply visit visa to come and visit your spouse here in Canada, and that's way easiest. Okay, then you can wait your permanent resident here in Canada. To tell you honestly, it's not easy to come here in Canada as a visitor visa, except for the parents and grandparents. They're the easiest. I think that's all for today, guys. I don't have much, but thank you guys always supporting my channel. You go to official Canada website, canada.ca. You read everything, all the information how to come to Canada. All the information is there, guys. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for my next video. God bless everyone. Bye.